Very dramatic music to come in on. Hello. Hello, hello. I'm here. How's it going? Happy Thursday. Third Thursday in a row that I'm streaming, which is crazy because I've only been streaming like once a month at most for most of the past like year and a half, maybe a couple years at this point. So this is kind of crazy. I've got like I've had a consistent stream schedule for 3 weeks now. When's the last time I had a consistent stream schedule? It's been a while. Unfortunately, I am going to break my streak next week because next week is Halloween, and I am not planning to stream on the night of Halloween. Not really planning to do anything else either. Probably just gonna hang out by myself. Maybe watch some Twitch streams, see if anyone's playing some good horror games. Maybe watch a horror movie by myself, I don't know. But like, I have plans for the day before Halloween and the day after, so I'm probably just gonna chill for Halloween. So yeah, probably no stream next week because I'm gonna be doing Halloween stuff. But hey, I got 3 weeks in a row. This is the third Thursday in a row that I am streaming, and that's crazy. So yeah, how's everyone doing? Did do anything fun in the past week? I haven't been doing much, but let's see. Let me recap. Let me try to remember what I've even been doing in the past week. Thursday I streamed. Friday, I think Friday I didn't do much. I think talked to my mom on the phone, went for a walk. Saturday I went for a really nice big walk. That was awesome. It was a beautiful day. Really good. Went for a walk by the river. It's really, really good. Highly recommend going for a walk. Find a nice place near you and walk there. Or, you know, if you don't have a place near you that's enjoyable in itself, set yourself a destination. Go walk to a cafe and buy a yummy drink or something, you know? Walking is good. I like walking. I'm happy that I live in a place that has nice places to walk. Anyway, that was my Saturday, and then on Sunday I went to my sister's place and we watched a horror movie. We watched A Nightmare on Elm Street. I hadn't seen it before, so got another one of the classics out of the way. Been wanting to watch more of the iconic horror movies, so that's another one off the list. It was fun. And what have I even been doing for the past week since then? I think Monday when I finally cleaned my apartment. Because like I was planning to clean on Saturday, but then it was such a beautiful day. I ended up just like going outside and spending a few hours just walking around, and then I got tired and didn't clean. I think Monday must have been the day when I finally cleaned, because then I was busy on Sunday. I was busy walking on Saturday, and then I was busy watching a horror movie on Sunday. And we didn't just watch a horror movie. We hung out for hours. We watched Criminal Minds, which is what we do when we hang out. We're on season 7. It's been awesome. That's like a really strong season. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even remember what I've been doing for most of the week. I went to the grocery store and picked up a few things. I got some pork that was on sale for $2 a pound. And I cooked it yesterday. I made like a sesame chicken inspired kind of thing. that basically just made the sauce from a sesame chicken recipe and made that with pork and vegetables, and it was really yummy. I ate it with noodles. There's a whole bunch of stuff I've been needing to get done that I just haven't been doing because I'm still kind of a mess. I'm still staying up too late and sleeping into the afternoon. I had a good streak for a while where I was getting up at like 11 and I felt good about that, but then I've slipped back into getting out of bed at like 1 in the afternoon, which sucks. Not good. I don't like it. I need to get myself out of that. But that's just kind of where I'm at right now. So that's my little recap of my past week that I've rambled about. Another fun little update of my young adult life. I am now close to 28 years old, and I'm getting into red wine. So that's my latest personal development. I like red wine now. I've reached an age where I like red wine. And I made a rookie mistake in buying a whole bottle of red wine just for myself when I'm someone who like never drinks red wine. And the thing about wine is that like it only stays fresh for so long. And like I don't even drink a lot. I normally have alcohol like, you know, maybe like 2 drinks in a week, sometimes just 1, sometimes none at all. Now I've got this whole bottle of red wine that I have to finish before it gets nasty, so I've just been having like a glass of red wine every night. It almost feels like a chore, like, oh, gotta drink my wine. So I am actually sipping on some red wine right now. Because I can, and because I have to drink this wine. I'm just one person and I bought this whole bottle of wine for myself, and I don't even drink that much wine, so I just have a little bit every night. Oh, yeah, so that's about it. That's about how my past week has gone. I went for a big walk, I watched a horror movie with my sister, I drank wine, I got... My sleep schedule is bad as usual. It was kind of okay for a while, and now it's bad again. So yeah, do you want to play a video game? You think I should play some Ace Attorney, which is what I'm here for? Have I rambled about my life enough? Should I get into my uniform here? My uniform? I think I'm gonna launch the game. Oh, I should turn off my music. Oh man, hey, no, never mind. Let's listen to the Blue Badger theme. Okay. That's enough of that. We gotta play the video game. Alright. Where we last left off, we are in part 2 of episode 5. Still fairly early in this case, I think. I think we've still got a ways to go. We're just in the first trial segment, so... Let's go. Let's pick up where we left off, which was where we were getting some new testimony from our friend Sister Bikini. Oh, excuse me. I gotta yawn. I gotta stretch. I gotta get in the zone. Oh, excuse me. Goodness, I've got... Ugh. Got some gas, a little bit burpy. So rude of me. Anyway, we're here. We're getting this some new testimony from Bikini. Let's see. What you got? What have you got to say, Bikini? Looked across at the scene. The sword was already in place. Get this picture right off the bat. We're in a murder trial, don't forget that. Hey, you think maybe it was a bad idea to drink wine when I already stumble over my words so much when I stream? Time will tell. I'm not tipsy yet. I'm just normal stumbling over words right now. Also, I'm not drinking that much, but, you know. Anyway. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. Oh, really? That's an important detail. Never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. Can't blame me, can you? Well, yeah, of course. When I awoke, Mystic Ami was stabbing Mystic Elise through the back. That's interesting. Oh, this judge. So confirms Ms. One Karma's theory. One Karmas strive for nothing but perfection. Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeworth. Perfection is an impossibility, Franziska Von Karma. The siblings. And I'm here to teach you just that. Cross-examination. Time to press everything. At that time, was the victim bleeding? Well, I was very shocked to be seeing all this, of course. So I'm not entirely sure. What? I don't think I saw any blood. Not then. But you just said in, like, your next statement that... Okay, we'll see where this goes. I'm sure that you didn't. The weapon was acting as a plug in the wound. Again, I'm not entirely sure what to do with the voices ever. I'm not a voice actor. Let's just put it that way. I'm not a voice actor. I just do funny voices because because why? How could I not? I do voices because how could I not? I do voices in the way that a parent might do voices when reading a book to a child, you know? Except a lot more toned down because I'm just an adult doing Twitch streams targeted at other adults. Anyway. Weapon is acting as a plug in the wound. In any case, let's be clear on one very important point. Did you actually see the instant in which the victim was stabbed? I don't know, didn't actually see it. Think carefully. This is very important. It's Iris we're talking about here. I'm thinking for all I'm worth. Thinking. No, when I looked over, the sword was already in Mystic Elise's body. Extra M's on this. Might not be conclusive, but this testimony supports her theory. The victim was stabbed in her room and then dropped into the courtyard. I think this proves it rather well, Miles Edgeworth. I've never seen so much blood. Well, you just said there wasn't blood. So you're saying that you saw the victim's blood? That's right. Some of it had splattered onto Iris, too. How? When? We were just talking about how it was a plug.
When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in her room, and her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner.
Okay. What? Those were blood-flecked as well? That seems quite conclusive to me. What should I do? Press yes, press further. Going back to your previous statement, you said that you saw little bleeding when the victim was stabbed. But now you say you saw the victim bleeding? Did you see bleeding or not? Come on, man.
Well, I say that what I saw is what I saw.
True. What did you see?
Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed, but I saw the girl
Pull the sword out of her. Yet that's important information. Thank you.
plain as day.
Pulling the sword out?
Well, it wasn't exactly pulling, it was more like it came out.
It did what? I mean, congrats to the sword, I guess. Witness, you will add this statement to your testimony.
Was that important?
This trial sure can fit so many tribulations in it. More important than you can imagine. On the instant in which the blade was smoothly drawn out, pressing that. Smoothly, you say? You're saying you saw the sword smoothly slide out? Saying you saw the sword smoothly slide.
That's right. The whole thing happened right next to the gold statue of Mystic Ami. Mystic Elise was on the ground and Iris was stooped over her. The sword was buried up to the hilt. When Iris stood up, the sword in her hand just slid out of Mystic Elise's body. Slid out from that gaping wound.
It goes without saying that if the sword was removed, there would be bleeding.
Nothing out of place here.
Is that really the case?
Can't help but feel that something about this testimony is very out of place. Something which couldn't possibly have happened appears to have happened.
I'm just gonna have a look at my court record. Well, that doesn't show blood up to the hilt. Oh, let's keep pressing. Was the bleeding caused by the killer removing the sword?
No mistake in it. I remember it all clear as day.
Don't you think that's a bit odd?
What do you mean, Miles Edgeworth?
Why would the killer pull out the sword? That is a good question. Yeah.
What?
all she wanted to do was place the weapon in the hand of the gold statue, and there was no reason to remove it from the body. All that would have accomplished is causing the victim to bleed unnecessarily. Your thoughts, Ms. Von Karma? That's... Indeed, it is strange now that you mention it. Going to need to find an answer to this mystery, too.
Anyway, the witness saw something terrible.
So what did you do after that, witness? Next part of the testimony, and you fainted. We're gonna press you on fainting, just pressing everything onto what the killer did next. You saw none of it, correct?
Well, I was unconscious. You normally don't see things when you're unconscious. You know how that works. How long were you out for?
I don't know, 10, maybe 20 minutes?
A young man with a very prickly-looking head woke me up.
Oh, really?
By stepping on me, actually.
Not sure I like that method of resuscitation. Oh, Judge.
Well, I wasn't asking for mouth-to-mouth or anything of the sort.
And I would have welcomed a more gentle awakening right about then, let me tell you. I should have words with the offender personally. Okay. What did you see upon awakening? By Mystic Army, you are referring to the golden statue, correct?
Just stabbing someone with the Chichishito, a sacred treasure, is terrible enough. But to then make Mystic Army hold the blade... Truly a heinous, despicable crime.
It is easy to despise something. It is easy to despise something. Anyone can do it. It's so true. Cheers, bro. I'll drink to that. However, there is something that cannot be done so easily. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's doubly hard for you. Anyway, what is the problem? I love this. I love a great little interaction. Have I mentioned that I love these characters? Anyway. Exactly why would the killer set up this gruesome scene? Can anyone explain the reasoning behind that? Love this smug sprite. No, I don't think I can.
There isn't always a logical reason behind why someone acts.
Yeah, actually, you know, that she's spitting facts here. She's telling it like it is. People are very emotional creatures, especially when under great stress. So, you know.
That's true, so true. In early spring, for example, I often find myself...
There isn't always. That phrase might come in handy someday. There are too many unnatural elements in this case. Why was it necessary to use the Chichito from the Ami statue as a weapon? Why was the weapon ultimately placed back in the hand of the statue? Expose the flaws in this testimony, perhaps then I will begin to find the truth. Okay, let's see. This one is already in place. Didn't actually see her stab. Plunged into the hilt. I'm gonna save because I save obsessively. We know this. This is how I play this game. So why would I lose points when I could just... I mean, like, look at that. That doesn't look like it's plunged into the hilt. That doesn't have blood on it to the hilt. Right? Am I crazy? Am I on the right track here? I don't know. Let's try it. Music stopped. Let's go. Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness. At least I'd like to think so. But there are too many contradictions here. Well, what do you mean? You make it sound as though I'm a liar. You're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you. What contradictions are you talking about? In the scene that the witness claims to have seen, the weapon was thrust up to its hilt into the victim. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities. What do you mean? Please explain it. Explain yourself. To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone to the hilt with this? Yeah, I was also thinking about the shape of this sword and how that plays into all of this. But like the biggest, most glaring thing that I was looking at here was the blood is not up to the hilt. So... no matter how I look at the defendant, she doesn't appear strong enough for that.
Objection!
Doesn't appear? What meaningless dribble. I too may appear to be weak and frail. But I can crush men under my heel and make them weep, should I so choose.
Okay. Okay. The objection stands. I whipped a little back there, I must admit. That isn't the only issue here. If this sword was truly stabbed into the body up to the hilt, well, just look at all the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out smoothly. We also have the problem of the amount of bleeding. It's true that when a blade is left in a body, it acts as a plug of sorts. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. Yep, I was thinking that. Like, something shaped like this, is that gonna plug up a wound? The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding.
Objection!
That's nothing more than conjecture. In reality, the victim was stabbed with the shichishito. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slide out smoothly and may still sometimes stop the blood loss.
Are you sure? No, I'm not finished. There is still one more conclusive contradiction. You've still got more? This one is simple. If this sword really was thrust in all the way to the hilt, why is there only blood on the tip of it? There we go. That's what I was going for. That's the one. If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword. That's right. Order, order, order.
Bravo, Miles Edgeworth. raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence. All the other attorneys I know could maybe manage one, if that.
What does this all mean? You have proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, but having come this far, there can only be one answer.
And that is...
The weapon used to kill the victim was not the Shito. Oh. What?
Foolishly foolish idea born from the foolish mind of a foolhardy foolish fool.
Let's examine this again. What was it that made us think this sword was the murder weapon?
Well... it's because Mystic Ami was holding it.
Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, that is the only basis we have to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That is what influenced us. It influenced us to believe that the Shito was the murder weapon.
So maybe the Shito, I'm so tired of saying that name, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, was not the murder weapon. Even if that is the case, it changes nothing, Miles Edgeworth. The sister here saw everything. She saw the defendant stab the victim with a sword-like object.
That's true. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth? If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raises. The obvious question? Yes, there's an obvious question here, Judge. Do you not realize? Namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to? Goes without saying that the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found. Answer the question, Miss Von Karma.
No evidence of that kind was found.
Another mystery to throw onto the pile. Another one for the pile of mysteries. Trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast.
Excuse me, could I say something? I like tricky beasts. I just remembered something, actually. What is it, sister? I was just thinking, it's possible. Just maybe what actually happened was just over there.
Girl, you're thinking too hard. You're fabricating memories. What exactly are you going on about here?
The murder weapon, I mean. Maybe. I think I might know where the sword was disposed of.
Okay. What?
Well then. I think we need to hear testimony from you one more time, sister.
I love this sprite. He's angry. Impossible. What else? What else could this old woman have seen? Oh, come on. She's not that old, is she? How old was she again? She's not even 50. Come on. Location of the weapon. Excuse me, yawning. I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there, I saw tracks. Tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge. Less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all. Can drive a snowmobile, good for her. I mean, I guess it makes sense if she lived most of her life up on that snowy mountain. Miss, please tell us everything you know right away next time. Well, I'm not in the best shape. Well, with my back and my age, you know. Girl, you're not even 50. You're not that old. Quite. There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. Here is a photograph. Yep. Snowmobile, eh? I see. Certainly is an interesting theory. The tracks begin in front of Hazakura Temple and run all the way to Dusky Bridge. Taken that night. That night. That solves your pesky little problem, yes? The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon. Did she really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon? Cross-examination. Location of the weapon. Press. You're sure about the time? Yes, I was worried about it after all. Why was that? I have a strong sense of responsibility, especially at this time of year. The acolyte was being doused in freezing water at the time. Couldn't very well take it easy in the bath all night now, could I? So at 11, I decided to leave Hazakura Temple. Estimation of the time seems reliable, at least. Please continue. After asking to report it, gate. You asked Phoenix Wright to report the crime, correct? Right. The one who trampled me. Seems she is the type to hold a grudge. There isn't a phone in the main hall, so I sent him to the bridge. Phoenix Wright. He didn't even have his cell phone on him. He had forgotten it at home, apparently. Did they even get signal up there? What a naive boy, as always. Not only do I always carry my phone, but I always have my whip in hand, too. Okay, girlie. Phone, wallet, keys, whip. Ready for a night on the town. Anyway, I was really scared. It was taking him a while to get back. So I thought I'd go out by the main gate for a spell. There's our tracks. As I recall, there was a snowmobile outside the main gate when I visited. There was a snowmobile there. That's it. That's the only one we have. It'll run no matter how much snow falls. Now you're certain that the snowmobile was there at the main gate when you arrived? Yes, of course. It was parked in front of the gate. So, she had already gone, discarded the weapon, the murder weapon, and returned by that time. I'm not sure if this is really relevant. I don't know. I don't know. Let's press further. Need answers to every possible doubt. Oh, the snowmobile in question. Was it still warm at that time? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, eh?
What do you mean, Miles Edgeworth?
Into a slow crowd here. It goes without saying that using a snowmobile will heat its engine. If it was still warm, then it means it was recently used.
I see. I never thought of that.
Right. I overlooked that too.
Of course you did.
Then answer the question, please, witness. The silence.
I don't often go around touching hot engines. However, now that you mention it, there wasn't any snow on it.
Snow?
Yes, for some reason, only the snowmobile wasn't covered in snow.
There wasn't any snow on it. Curses! Seems highly likely that the killer did use the snowmobile then. I'm being real lazy with the judge's voice. I don't really care. I don't really care about doing a voice for this judge that much. He's the Canadian judge, and I'm Canadian, so his voice can just be my voice, right?
How long does it take to get to Dusky Bridge by snowmobile?
Okay, we're heading into the next. Takes 15 minutes to walk, but less than 5 using snowmobile. In that case, why didn't you use it yourself? Could have spared yourself some walking.
There's a reason for that. Have we got a moment for me to explain?
Oh? I think that's why the question was asked in the first place.
It was about a month ago. I was driving my beloved little snowmobile, happy as can be. Fetched some water and was heading back when I went and crashed into a tree. The tree and my back both went crunch. Just like that. Crunch.
Oh. French. French.
Haven't been able to find the courage to ride anything since then. Anyway, the killer must have used it.
Rapping into the river. Refresh our memory. How long were you knocked out for?
Like I said, somewhere between 10 to 20 minutes. It's possible to get to the bridge and back in 10 minutes using the snowmobile.
I have to concede that is more than enough time.
Is that all you wish to concede, Miles Edgeworth?
There's more than that. While it would have been possible time-wise, one element remains out of place here. Oh, what would this mystery element be? The killer's reasoning, Your Honor. Why did the killer do all of this?
Why go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon when there are other methods?
Too many unanswered questions. Your response, Ms. Von Karma?
Turning to me for help over the slightest thing. Why don't you think for yourself once in a while, Your Honor?
What?
Jesus, over the top as always. Anyway. Whatever the reason, the fact remains that the defendant could have done this. The murder weapon was disposed of in the river. Another point to me, Miles Edgeworth.
The mystery to feed the fire. Was there any reason to go and throw away the murder weapon? Luckily, there is surely a problem with this testimony. All I have to do is start poking holes in this flawed account. Saw the murder at around 11. What does the autopsy report say again? Okay, 10 to 11. I guess we'll have a look at this photo. There's footprints and tracks. Where are those footprints going? Whose footprints are those? I guess it would be... I mean, who took this photo anyway? Did she just, like, have a camera on her? Crime photo... I don't know. What do I have in my record? I have murder weapon, I have this hanging scroll that I don't know what that's gonna be for. I have the hood, I have the map. I have the weather. Don't know what the deal is with this. That's gonna be useful at all for anything. I mean, it's not just the time to dispose of the murder weapon, but also the time to stage this scene. I wonder if that's anything. Attracts audio. But I guess if it took like 10 minutes to dispose of the murder weapon, 10 minutes to stage the scene, and then she was knocked out for 20 minutes, that does check out. saw the murder at all around 11. At this point, the bridge was already on fire, because I just checked the, like, lightning struck at, like, 10:50, I think it said. So the bridge would have been on fire at that point. Like, I don't know what to present and where to present it. Like, what... Woke up, you asked that the murder be reported, and then you went to the main gate. Then Track's snowmobile had been used in the past whatever amount of time. I really don't know. Ooh, there's I'm gonna try... Just gonna start trying things. Okay, that's not it. Is this what I just tried, or let's just... Now I'm losing track of what I'm doing. Okay, so I tried that. Tried the map on this. Did I try the map on this? No, I didn't mean to press. Oh well. Oh, 10 to 20 minutes. Enough time. Maybe the staged scene? No. Stage scene. I feel like I might be forgetting some detail from one of my earlier streams of this case. Yeah, I don't know. Just presenting the tracks photo. Nope. No. That ain't it. I'm gonna unzip my sweater, I'm getting hot. Excuse me. Oh, the weather? No. Present the weather on this one? Oh, might have to look this one up. Taking me a little too long. Taking me a little too long. I don't know. Like, I don't know what it wants me to present and on what statement. Like, I want to say, like, the weather was bad. Maybe it couldn't have been done because of the weather, but that's, like, that's weak. It's not working. I'm gonna look it up. I haven't had to look up a lot for this one so far, so, you know. Attorney trials and tribulations. Bridge to the Turnabout, Part 2-1. And we're at location of the weapon. Okay. So I have to present the tracks and be like, oh, there was only one set of tracks. If she went there and back, there would be 2 sets of tracks. Okay. Hey. I admit this photograph proves something. Proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder. You finally accepted the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth. However, if what the witness says is true, then why is there only 1 set of tracks? What do you mean? Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this was the case, then naturally there should be 2 sets of tracks in the snow. Those from heading out to the bridge, and those from coming back. Ah, you're right. You are forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth. What? On the night of the murder, it was snowing. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. I think that's why it didn't seem unusual to me, because, like, it had been snowing, you know? This removes your previous contradiction now, doesn't it?
See, while she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow.
What do you have to say now, Miles Edgeworth?
Is there a flaw in her theory?
This idea that the snowfall covered 1 set of tracks? What does the weather say? Yeah, snowed until approximately 10:50. So, like, that seems fine. I'm gonna, just while I already have the guide open... Okay, yeah, so it does say, you know, the bikini witnessed the crime at 11, and the snow stopped before that. So, there's a contradiction! The tracks to the river were covered by snow. What a nice theory. However, Ms. Von Karma, that is impossible. Would you care to explain why there is a rude index finger currently pointed in my general direction? Beautiful. No need. The evidence will do all of the talking for me. On the night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge. Outgoing tracks erased by snow or snow crate, claims Ms. Von Karma. And your evidence to the contrary. Evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by snow. But I just presented the weather report. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm just fully using the guide for this part. So the guide says, use the crime photo, where the body is not covered in snow. So clearly it has not been snowing since the body was put here. Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being... whether or not it was snowing in that courtyard when the victim was stabbed. That's right, but proving that is incredibly easy. If we want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I am referring to the photo of the crime scene. As you can see, everything is covered with snow. With just one exception. And that is... the victim herself, Ms. Elise Donim. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It had stopped snowing when she was killed, that's why. In other words, if the killer really did go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon, then in this photograph, there should be 2 sets of tracks. Order. Why am I so tired already? I've only been streaming for an hour. Man, I've been so sleepy lately. Like, ugh. It's so annoying. Just what are you suggesting, Miles Edgeworth? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure myself. But this is simply what all of the facts point to. That night, someone used the snowmobile to leave Hazakura Temple. From the tracks left, it can be understood that they were heading for Dusky Bridge. Or maybe Heavenly Hall, which is also right there, you know. At that time, it was still snowing. Of course it was, because those tracks were erased by the snow. Then, when this person returned to Hazakura Temple, the snow had stopped. Thus, the return tracks remained.
Can I say something? This all sounds a bit fishy to me.
What does, sister?
There is only one key for the snowmobile. Furthermore, on the night in question, we know that the defendant had it. The key was found in her room after the murder. Which can only mean that night, Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple.
Iris said that she never went there. I'd probably press on this point some more when I get the chance and maybe, like, show them the map. I kept trying to present the map because I was like, well, what if she didn't go to the river? What if she went to Heavenly Hall instead? You know? What if the snowmobile didn't go to the river? What if it went to the place next to the river over there? Anyway. Oh? Snowmobile can't cross... now what's happening?
Snowmobile can't cross the suspension bridge. So she must have left it on the Hazakura side of the bridge and crossed by foot.
That sounds right.
But what's odd is, when I left Iris and returned to Hazakura Temple...
W.
I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge.
Wow, really?
You must have just failed to see it, sister. Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate. Snowmobile, I mean.
See, I feel like I'm forgetting things from earlier in this case. I don't know what the sequence of events is anymore. I'm confused. I'm confused.
I know what I saw. It was covered in snow, too.
That isn't possible. Order, order, order. What does this all mean? So then, what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, then the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be 2 sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. I thought a simple snowmobile could cause so much trouble. I think we've learned all we can from this witness.
Yes, I've nothing more to add.
Okay.
I told you everything that I know.
But then that still leaves us with that same problem. Only there was someone, a witness who could testify to having seen the snowmobile. A witness, huh? If only there was another witness. Was there no one out walking, perhaps, near Dusky Bridge on that night?
Funny you should mention that, Your Honor. I don't think that's likely. It's cold enough to freeze your ears off. Only an idiot would go out wandering in that. Good news, we have one of those. Unless they had something really important to do.
That That's a shame. Hold on. Hold on now. Something is coming to me. An idiot may well have gone wandering out on that subarctic night. Your Honor. Actually, there just might be one individual who may be of help to us. Really?
You know of someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder?
I don't know for sure if he saw it or not. There are two things about him that do come to mind. Time for a stretch, actually. It's a stretch. Ooh. Which are? First, that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder.
And the second being...
This individual that I am thinking of went wandering outside on that cold night. In other words, he is our kind of idiot. So true. So true. Who is this idiot you're talking about? We're talking about this idiot. This one right here. This guy must be a product of Jean-Luc de Laduc's Guide to Obnoxious French Painting. What does that mean? This is Larry Butts, a disciple of the victim, Elise Donim. Student? Interesting. And why was he wandering about outside on the night of the murder? That's... I could tell him all about his designs for Iris, but it may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. He is, after all, an artist. He was perhaps searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him. Although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason.
And so, this unfortunate, unreliable-looking man... What exactly was it that he saw?
He wouldn't tell me. I intend to extract that from him right here in this courtroom. Summon this youth as a witness immediately. This youth.
I have no choice, do I?
I believe he's in the gallery for this trial. It will not take long to summon him. Very well. Larry. You may have escaped me yesterday. Today I'm going to get everything out of you. So dramatic. The court will now adjourn for a 20-minute break. Ms. Von Karma, please see to preparing the next witness.
Understood, Your Honor.
Good. Well then, court is now in recess.
Hey, recess! Woo! To be continued.
Oh, this would be a good place to stop, but I don't really want to stop here. I want to keep going a little bit. It's only been an hour and 20 minutes since the stream started. I want to get through more than that, especially since I'm not streaming next week. Not planning to anyway. Maybe I'll fit one in if I can find time for it, but I'm not planning to stream next week. So we press on.
Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not really sure what to say.
Iris, we only have 20 minutes. I want to go get a snack. things which I need to ask you before we reconvene.
All right, I'll help in any way I can.
First, about that night. You really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? Last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying.
Mr. Edgeworth, it's just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room in Hazakura Temple.
Very well. Second thing, then. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the time Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile?
There's only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me.
So it was you! But why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge?
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth.
Lolox. 5 of them. Iris.
Can't tell you about that yet.
Yet?
Not until her safety is confirmed.
Oh? Her? Oh, the gears are turning a little bit. I might be theorizing a little bit. I won't say anything yet.
The safety of the Acolyte.
The Acolyte, huh? She must be talking about Maya. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Donim?
No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life.
As I thought, no psycholocks. Very well. It is my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough. I need to take my sweater off. I'm really getting warm here. I think my computer running OBS and streaming and recording the stream and everything is making my computer run hot and turning it into a space heater. All right, back in the courtroom. Court reconvene. Where is the witness?
During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery.
Suspicious behavior?
He was sketching something very intensely.
Dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained?
He drew a terrifying woman armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip.
Did he now? Only presume that his intention was to capture you.
Anyway, it's time to drag this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court. He did such a bad job drawing me. It made me mad. Loris Donim, I hope you're ready. Get in here.
Oh, it would seem that a whip is going to see plenty more use today. Larry time. Ouch.
Your sketch is in contempt of this court.
Hey, I was just artistically rendering.
You tried to run away from the bailiff who was trying to hand you your subpoena, correct?
But look, I'm nothing but a fledgling artist training out in the mountains. I'm only down here in the city because I ran out of green paint. Sure, buddy. Well, to use the technical term for the color, viridian. Larry. This isn't an art store now, is it? I know. I graduated junior high, okay? Look, art is all about working in the fields, isn't it? Working in the fields? I presume he wanted to say field work. I hope. That's it. Thanks, buddy. Kind of sad that I was able to understand his mangled train wreck of a sentence. But come on, man, it wasn't that bad. I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. See, you've got nothing to do with this trial at all. I expect all your faces to be red when you realize this mistake. Bright red. Or to use the technical term, Crimson Lake. Yeah, technical term. I feel like that's probably just the color name of the brand of paint you use.
Stop your pathetic blabbing and testify like a man.
Okay. Refrain from whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross-whipping is as bad as cross-checking. Okay. Was that a hockey thing? Anyway. Witness, that was all your fault. Testify now. What? This is too much for me. Witness testimony. I was at that lodge out in the mountains, looking up at the stars that night. Walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. Didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. The girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm all alone now. Aren't I itchy? Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony. I'm just a nobody. Nothing but a small, worthless man, aren't I? I like Larry. Why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation or anything else? Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex. He's recently been the cause of numerous incidents. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people. Wow, mean. Kicking him while he's down. Yeah, that's right. I'm behind everything, every case. Watch out, okay? Just touching me will make you eternally unhappy. just let us proceed with the cross-examination. With no touching, thank you. We can delve into other details at a later time.
Ooh. Let's look at the stars.
Whatever is the matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
This one single statement is so full of contradictions. For a moment there, I thought I was going to collapse. So, witness? Any idea as to where these contradictions in your testimony lie? Depending on your answer, I may stay my whip. Okay, give me a minute. Well, it was snowing that night, so I couldn't possibly have seen the stars. That rundown shack is hardly a lodge, is it? And even if the stars could be seen, it wasn't like I was there to look at them, right? See, you can do it if you try. There's only one issue here. What you saw at Dusky Bridge.
Hold it!
A number of times? How many? Maybe 5 times? How about once every 20 minutes? Which means you spent almost 2 hours at Heavenly Hall that night? You bet! Real love is about waiting with your heart in your hands.
Love, you say?
It was this man's intention to summon the defendant to the small shack, using this blackmail letter. Alright, we're bringing out the blackmail letter now.
Blackmail?
Oh no, that was simply a product of overflowing love. Puffy, loosey-goosey excuse for a whimpering, whining wuss of a witness.
Wow. So, what did you see? I hope for your sake you saw a snowmobile. You huffy puffy. Huffy puffy, loosey goosey excuse for a whimpering, whining wuss of a witness, eh?
Well, you see...
Being called those names doesn't seem to bother him at all. Yeah, he's used to it. He's fine.
I didn't see a snowmobile.
Larry, you really didn't see it?
Hey, no need to hit your desk. I can hear you. I didn't see it. I didn't see a snowmobile. ...
Larry, say snowmobile for me, please.
What? Snowmobile?
You truly have nothing to hide.
Then why are you stammering like you just flew over a cuckoo's nest?
He's nervous. Give him a break.
Shut up. What is this? I don't know. Don't ask me.
Seems I'll need to start from a more obvious contradiction. I'm going to strike the blow that will finally get him to spill the beans.
Hold it!
You didn't meet anyone? That's right. So I've got nothing to do with this. I'm just here to buy some Viridian paint, okay?
Come on, I expect to see those Crimson Lake faces now. It would appear that simply pressing him isn't going to be enough, Mr. Edgeworth. Indeed. Seems that he's going to claim to have nothing to do with this to the end. Don't want this guy to cost us any more time. Need to slice through his obvious contradictions and keep things moving along. Quick save. Didn't see anyone at the bridge. The people were coming and going at the bridge, right? Like, should I present a person? Because, like, wasn't she coming and going? I guess maybe not during... No, but he was there for like 2 hours? I already pressed this and it seemed like it wasn't important. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna be like, hey, wasn't Bikini coming and going? No? Okay. Didn't see anyone at the bridge. What can I present here? Like... I don't know, this? No? Man, I'm having a rough one this stream. Walked to the bridge a number of times. Didn't see a snowmobile. Didn't see anyone at the bridge. We have evidence that a snowmobile was used, but I guess you just didn't see it. Or, I mean... like... Why did you walk to the bridge, though? What can I present anything here? Like, why would you walk to the bridge if you're waiting at Heavenly Hall? No? I mean, like... Didn't you see Phoenix at the bridge? Yeah, okay. Okay. Larry Butts. I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. You're pretty pathetic and you cause all sorts of trouble. Stop being mean to him. I'm sorry. But, having realized just how much of a nuisance you have been, that could be considered a step in the right direction. Edgy, are you trying to console me? Certainly doesn't sound that way to me. However, I cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incidents you create. Wow, you're totally pitting this on me. Now then, let us talk about the night of the murder. Sister Bikini, after seeing the murder take place, asked Phoenix Wright to report it. Thus, he headed for the public phone by the bridge. So something about this front-facing Phoenix sprite, this little picture, is like, he looks so pleasant, so a sweet young man, and a little bit disturbingly symmetrical. A little too symmetrical, I think. There he happened across a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts. The nefarious individual. Look how nefarious he is. That's right. Me in the flesh. Listen carefully, witness. Doesn't matter if you change your name. So long as you remain pretty pathetic, you will continue to cause these incidents. This judge just says things. He doesn't have a mind of his own, he just repeats things that other people say. He doesn't think. He's not sure. That reality will not change. But what do you want me to do then? Larry, what you need to change is your inner self. But for now... Boy, you need to fix yourself. But anyway... What you saw that night, testifying truthfully about this one issue, is all I need from you. Please. Edgy, I think I've finally woken up. I'll drink to that. Congratulations. Well, I guess I could still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it. I'll testify. Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well. I'll ask again then, witness. What did you see on the night of the murder? More testimony, part 2. I went to the shack at around 9, so it would have been about 10:30. I was lying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me. It's cute. Lovely little scene here. I looked out the window and Dusky Bridge was on fire. There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick. Certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you? So, what happened to the bridge after it caught on fire? It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. Totally burnt out. Like, almost totally gone. I mean, trying to cross the burning remains was what caused Nick to fall. What did you say? Oh, don't worry. It's nothing life-threatening. He just caught a cold. That's still, like, so funny. Phoenix fell off a bridge down into a river that's, like, notorious for killing people and their bodies never even being found. He just caught a cold. He's a little bruised up and he caught a cold. He's fine. Never know with that man if he should be called lucky or unlucky. True. He's like the ultimate lucky attorney or something. Anyway. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your cross-examination. More cross-examination! I'm getting tired of all this cross-examination, but whatever, we'll go through this one. We'll get it done. And depending on how long it takes, I might just end the stream once we're done with this. But let's see. Let's get through this. Let's press everything. Get all this dialogue. What did you do out there in the cold for an hour and a half? Well, if you really must know, I was busy being excited, I guess. Excited? Dare I even ask? I said the meeting time is 10 p.m., right? But I couldn't wait. I thought she might come early, too. Well, it appears she didn't come at all in the end. Because they never arranged to meet in the first place, did they? Shut up! Don't go picking my fond memories apart. Anyway, I was getting a little worried. I thought maybe Iris had lost her way. So every 20 minutes or so, I went out to the bridge. Excuse me. I didn't see anything particularly suspicious. Didn't have anything else to do, so I went back to the shack to wait for her. This light was, of course, lightning. Like, ow! Like a slap from Naomi, honestly. A big bada boom! Or a little like that? That's more like a punch from Miranda. Witness, did you actually see the lightning hit the bridge? Well, I was a bit startled by the flash of light, so... looked out the window and it was on fire. Seeing that, what did you do? What do you think? I was burning up as well, from the fire in my heart. And that's why you went to take a look at the bridge? Well, to be honest, it was freezing cold, so at first I thought, forget it, I'm not leaving my covers. So true. But it had pretty much stopped snowing, so I don't know, I changed my mind. I mean, it also would have been nice and warm by the fire of that whole bridge burning up. I'm not sure I care for the forget-it attitude you had at first, Witness. Some thunder, right away to check it out. You said right away. Exactly how long after the strike was that? Thing fell, and then the bridge caught on fire. Maybe around 5 minutes? That's a long time for something as crazy as that. Like, lightning strikes, you look over, you see a fire, and you don't do anything about it for 5 minutes? 5 minutes is a long time for something like that. I mean, I suddenly thought, gotta go check this out. How far is this small shack you are in from the bridge? Hold on, well, it had pretty much stopped snowing. That's about a 5-minute walk. And how did Dusky Bridge look when you got there? Like I had recovered a piece of my childhood. Huh? I mean, not even the bonfires kids make during school camping trips can compare. Okay, I guess he was experiencing childlike wonder, is what he's trying to say. Should I press him for a little more info? Why didn't you call anyone? Why did you go to the bridge? I don't know. Why didn't you call anyone? Larry, let me ask you one thing. What is it, Edgy? So, excuse me. Something caught in my throat. With a serious face. Why didn't you call anyone? Huh? What do you mean? Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try and tell someone. There is a public phone right by Dusky Bridge, correct? Well, of course I thought of doing that. You thought of it. So then let's hear why you didn't. Yeah, okay, a reason. It isn't that I didn't try to tell anyone, I just didn't have time to, okay? Arrived at the bridge, and Phoenix showed up less than a minute later. You claim to have arrived at the bridge at the same time as Wright? Yeah. I thought I'd better tell someone about this. But then Nick came up yelling about murder. Totally made me forget about the bridge. Fire was pretty much out by then anyway. It's this feeling. I suddenly have a terrible case of unease. Me when I have a terrible case of unease. It was after contacting the police that Phoenix Wright fell from the bridge, correct? Yeah, that's pretty much it, more or less. He told me about the burning bridge yesterday. I have an itch on my ear. Annoying. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. I am definitely gonna wrap up soon. Something that doesn't quite fit. Looks like... Despite his change of heart, Larry still isn't telling us the whole truth. 10:30, white flash, bridge was on fire, still some thunder. Let's have a look at the weather report. Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. Lightning went until approximately 11 p.m. Okay. Will Shack even have a window? No, probably nothing. Hmm. Hmm. Wasn't it around... I'm trying to figure out the timeline here. I think the time of death doesn't line up with the lightning, because like if the lightning struck and then like 10 minutes later Larry was at the bridge and then Phoenix was also there, that doesn't add up. So lightning struck at like 10:30. The murder was reported after 11. That's a whole half hour. Right away that you arrived right at that point, that doesn't line up, man. I'm just gonna do an obsessive save again. I am going to present the time of death. No. Hmm. Hmm. 10:30 p.m. was around the time that the lightning struck. Okay, so that lines up. But Phoenix arriving right away does not line up. He, like, totally did not go right away. Do I present on right away? The weather data? Alright, there we go. Your very existence being a contradiction, I'm not sure if you can grasp this or not. How is his very existence a contradiction? What does that mean? What the hey, Edgy? You make me sound like some sort of alien, that's what I'm saying. What the hey, Edgy? But your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time. Yo, that's my favorite track on the Inception soundtrack. Time, let's go. Why you got a problem with time, man? It's a good song. I've never been the best timekeeper, you know? 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him? Terrible at those. This is much more simple. You saw the lightning strike Dusky Bridge, and immediately went to see what had happened. Is this correct? Yeah, well, I wasted about 5 minutes first, but more or less. I have the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45 p.m. You say it takes less than 5 minutes from the shack to Dusky Bridge, meaning you probably got there at around 11 p.m. That all sounds about right, I guess. And then Nick showed up and did his falling act. Nope. That is impossible. What do you mean? 11 p.m. is when the murder occurred in the Hazakura Temple. Thus, Wright was still there in the courtyard. There is no way that Larry could have encountered him at Dusky Bridge at that time. Yup. Excuse me, I have an objection. You do?
Edgy, how many times do I have to say this? I'm not Larry, it's Laurie Stoonen. It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. The sister only said around 11. In which case, it could have been earlier than that. Watch your footing there, Ms. Franziska von Karma. The slope ahead is slippery. Excuse me, Miles Edgeworth, you're doing that full name thing that you said Franziska should stop doing. Or there is still no way that Wright could have been at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m. And why not? It is clearly written here in the weather data report. Took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning until at least 11:15 p.m. Which means, what exactly? Wright did not see the bridge while it was being consumed by the flames that night. In fact, he did not arrive on the scene until after the flames had died down. Larry, you arrived at the bridge at 11 p.m. But Wright did not make it there until at least 11:15. I suggest you stop hiding things and just tell us the whole truth. Now then, what happened during these missing 15 minutes? I feel like the music is not matching with this. Like, not really doing it for me. Not really, doesn't feel like it matches. Anyway, Burke. I feel like I just got brutally woken up by toilet splashback. Ugh. Don't say that. That's nasty. I guess I was still sleeping after all. So there was a missing 15 minutes prior to meeting Phoenix Wright. I hardly see that as much of a problem, but 15 minutes when there was a murder and a burning bridge and people unaccounted for. 15 minutes is a long time in a situation like that. Yeah, not much of a problem at all. Really? 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 The bridge is burning before your eyes and there is a phone right next to it. Why, then, did you not report the accident? Yes, witness, why didn't you? Were you there simply to watch the bridge burn? And therein lies the problem. Even after the bridge had burnt out, he was still there. Staring into space, this witness didn't even attempt to fulfill his civic duty. That's what it sounds like. Ah, but this is Larry we are talking about, and even he is incapable of being so stupid. Well, good that you have some faith in him. Which means there has to be a reason for his inaction. Edgy. I think it's about time I got serious with you, dude. Okay. Just as I thought, you've been playing with us all this time. Listen, I'm going to tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all? Yes. I may really say it this time, everything. Then say it. Very well. I have a terribly bad feeling about this. However, let's have the witness finally give us the whole truth.
Now, for this 15-minute gap, what were you doing, witness? And we'll pick it up here next time. We'll pick it up there next time. So much freaking testimony. I'm tired of this trial segment. That was like the end of last stream and this entire stream and then more next time. It's just all in the courtroom, all cross-examination. So much of that. Gonna be honest, I like the investigation segments better than the trial segments. But it is what it is. I still love these games for all that they are. And I am happy to be playing more of them. I'm happy that I have streamed more of this game for 3 weeks in a row now. And now, tragically, I probably won't be streaming next week. Not planning to stream on Thursday, or Wednesday or Friday, because I have plans for those days. Probably not Saturday either, because I'll probably be tired. So, like, I might see if I can stream on another day next week, but I'm just gonna plan not to. Gonna plan to skip next week. If I can squeeze a stream in, I will, but otherwise, I'll pick it back up the week after next. First week of November. Oh my god, it's already almost November. November's my birthday month, teehee. I'm gonna be 28 years old. Goodness gracious. Yeah. I like Larry, he's a good character. He's really grown on me a lot over time. I like him in this game. But at least in this case, he's been good in this case. I've been enjoying our time with Larry. Ugh, I just had to crack my neck. I don't know if that came through on the mic. Yeah. I don't know where this case is going. I feel like we still have so much left to uncover. But I mean, I expect it to be a longer case, so... I mean, it's the finale of this game, and it really, I'm feeling like it was meant to be a finale to this trilogy. I feel like it was meant to be a trilogy. You know? Like, obviously they called it a trilogy when they re-released the 3 games together in the form that we're playing it right now. But like, I do get the sense that this case was meant to be a finale to the trilogy. Meant to really, really round it out, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. We still don't know still don't know what's up with the Fae girls. Where's Pearl? Is Maya okay? Like, when are we gonna figure that out? There's a 9-year-old on the loose. We don't know where she is. Maybe she drove the snowmobile. Man, I want to know what happens, but it is gonna have to wait. We're gonna get to it eventually. But yeah, again, almost certainly no stream next week. Maybe I'll squeeze one in at some point, but probably not. So I'll see. Maybe I'll just aim for the Thursday the 7th. Maybe I'll just aim for that as our next stream day. Maybe I'll see if I can squeeze one in earlier, but let's just aim for Thursday the 7th. More Ace Attorney. That's the plan, as it stands right now. So yeah, that's gonna be all for today. Thank you for watching the stream, whether you tuned in live or whether you're watching the YouTube VOD right now, or I guess if you're watching the VOD on Twitch, if it's still up on Twitch. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed watching me experience this neat little game for the first time. I'm having a good time with it. Though, I mean, the trial cross-examination segments, especially this early in the case, while we're just trying to figure out what the hell is going on, not really my favorite, but we'll get to some more exciting parts, for me at least. Like, for me, my favorite parts of these games generally are like the investigation parts, and of course once you get near the end when everything's coming together. I can't wait for everything to come together. I want to know what happens. But yeah, until next time, we'll just have to wait. So yeah, as usual, keep an eye on my social media to find out when I'm gonna stream next. I post announcements on Twitter and Tumblr and in my Discord server. Links to all of those are at my website, ray.cool. And yeah, also I think I mentioned last week I might make a Blue Sky account and might start posting there, either in addition to Twitter or instead of Twitter, because I mean I know a lot of people are kind of leaving Twitter and moving to Blue Sky as a replacement, so I might do that too. I just haven't gotten around to it, so I don't know. Whenever that happens, I'll add the link to my page. I'll let y'all know. In the meantime, Twitter, Tumblr, and Discord are the places where I post stream updates. So follow me in at least one of those places, and you're good. So, I think that's all I have to say for now. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good time. Until next time. Yeah, I think that's it. So, have a good night, and I will see you again soon. Just probably not next week. Probably the week after. But yeah, that's all. Signing off. Good night. Bye.